So Eva, you feel really connected to the light. You're like full of gold light from way above you and way below you. You feel really activated. Have you done any work with angels today or last night? Because I know I sent you some stuff. So it looks like you've been connecting. And you guys, when you connect, not only can probably your friends and family can tell, they'll be like, you look more bright, you look more joyful. And why is that? Why do you think we look more joyful when we connect to the light, when we connect to source? Do you know what happens? I mean, besides the fact that your cells are detoxing, your soul is bright again. It's like you took a shower for your aura. And that's what I'm seeing, Eva. Okay. Like you've been showering and removing, and I could see even Archangel Michael coming in and like, it's like he has a lint roller, you know, lint rollers to remove lint, but it's more like a big one to remove a bunch of layers of things you've been carrying around. Like you had protective things around you, and I feel like they're coming off. Okay. So you guys, you could be 1 week away from Eva's energy. If you feel bugged, like if you feel sluggish and you feel blah and you feel unlovable and you feel like you're struggling, I have read for people like today's Monday. I can read for you today and next week, and you'll be like, oh, I feel so good. And the reason is because the light, it reactivates your cells and ignites them, and it works really fast. It doesn't need a whole bunch of months, right? Eva, you look really good. Keep going. I can tell you're letting things go. You're going to get an email from me also to do the God box. So I know I just read for you yesterday, right, Barb? So you may not have had time to process and let things go. Let me know how you're feeling since the reading. I see a lot of blue light around you, very gentle light. The message coming in is more from like Archangel Gabriel, and he's more saying that you're learning to love yourself, and that you didn't have a lot of role models growing up. You didn't have a lot of people show you how to love you. It's something that you're learning to do for yourself, and they're congratulating you for having the courage to do it, because it hasn't been easy. But you say you're more focused. Tell me more. Since the reading and the healing, you're more focused. Oh, you know what probably really helped was the identity work we did. Parts work can help with feeling more focused and procrastinate less. So Archangel Gabriel saying you're learning to love yourself more. Adverse childhood experiences. So you have ACEs in your energy field. You carry trauma and PTSD from childhood, which can be referred to as adverse childhood experiences, ACEs. And the tapas poses I just showed you, they're phenomenal for that, like really phenomenal for that. Gabriel is working with you. I'm so glad when you guys give me confirmation that what I see actually is what it is. You know, it's only been 15 years, but I still doubt myself sometimes with it. I'm like, was it really Gabriel? Well, it looked like him. It felt like Gabriel, so it must be him. So I guess we're both right on that one. Do you know, you guys, every archangel has an energetic signature. So like Michael feels very different from Gabriel, and Raphael feels very different from Jophiel, right? They all have their energetic signature, which is so cool that we get to recognize them and learn to work with them. They all have different purposes and things like that. So if you're new to working with angels, let me know, because you might be new in your head, but you've actually worked with the light and the other side more than once probably in your lifetime, and you just forgot, or you don't remember that that's what was happening. So this is a safe space to kind of come out and ask questions. So Barbara, for the ACs, adverse childhood experiences, I'll recommend a little side program that is very affordable that you could get started with, and it just includes journaling and then holding the pose that I showed you, and it will fix a lot of things in your mind. Thank you, Barbara. I'm glad you feel more focused. Keep in touch. Let me know how it's going. And for Sharon, let me check out your energy. I don't think I've ever read for you, right? Have I? Lovely lady. You're in Florida. Sharon. Ooh, you got big angel wings. Wow. Ooh, beautiful. Oh my God. You guys, look at Sharon's picture. She even looks like an angel. Okay, so you're super smiley and your energy's all bright and very angel-y. But I think you probably take care of other people, right? A lot before you take care of yourself. My throat chakra kind of hurts. So this is telling me maybe you don't speak things. You were probably told not to speak and not to say things. Yeah. So you're a good girl. You like listen to that, right? That conditioning. Give me a question, Sharon, because I don't know which door to open. I can see all the doors, but I don't want to. The message is that Archangel Michael is waiting for you to give him permission to give you the courage to step. I see a threshold. I see you hesitating. I see your mind getting in the way. So you have this desire to do something and you've been feeling like you want to do this thing, but you hesitate and your mind wins and your mind is saying, no, 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 that's not the right thing to do. I shouldn't do that. I should be more there for, like, I feel like you have people you take care of. This is, you guys, this happens to all of us, right? We like have a knowing, or intuition is like, write the book, quit the job, leave the relationship, right? The intuition speaks loud and clear, but then the mind comes in and the mind says, that's not a nice thing to do. Who do you think you are? And all the internal voices come in. And that's what I call conditioning. In human design, they call it conditioning as well. And the not self, so you're not your true self, the not self comes in and wins. But then we know we're going the wrong way because we have these sticky recurring feelings like anxiety and depression. Thanks, Jen. Hello, love. Big hug. How do we get out of that? So in human design, they say it takes 7 years to decondition ourselves. Now, I like to do things the fast way because I'm an Aries. I don't like to wait 7 years. So I had my spiritual awakening when I was 23 years old. And I planned it that way, probably in a previous life. I don't like things to take a long time. So there are ways to wake up faster than wait 7 years to decondition yourself. So pretty much you're looking at, ooh, I think I should, let's say, even stay married. And you're like, well, actually, is that the truth or is that conditioning? Is that programming? And you can find your way through all these questions and you can delete and blow up the energy that's keeping you bound to a reality that actually doesn't match what your soul purpose is here to do. So it's kind of like the woman when she wrote the book, Eat, Pray, Love. And she was like, I know I'm married. I know he wants to have a white picket fence house in the suburbs and go shopping on the weekends, but that life is not my life. So she blew up her life. She got a divorce and she left and traveled the world. I'm not saying, Sharon, that's the message, but it's the same energy of how you've held on and been available for other people. Like you've been there for them and you're not living your life fully. So that means you're an angel on the planet helping other people, but there's some enabling as well, like codependency and enabling, right? And why is Archangel Michael showing up? Archangel Michael shows up because he's like, I can give you the courage to be who you're here to be, to do what you're here to do, and to push on that gas pedal. Because on the other side of whatever you're afraid of, guess who's there? God is behind every door. So you push on the gas pedal and you leap, God's on the other side. And God's is the energy of creator. It's like the creative energy behind everything, right? God is lavish abundance. And one day I'll tell my full story with you guys, but that's what I did. I pushed on the gas pedal. I was 20 something years old. I was at the absolute bottom. I had nothing, no self-esteem, no self-worth, nothing. And when my family looked at me like I was crazy because I was going to go down a spiritual path and change my name and become a spiritual teacher. And they're like, what are you doing with your life? You know, I was like, nope, I would rather go free than want the world's approval. So it was more important to me to go free and listen to my soul's calling, which was to do the work I've done and do the angel work I've done. And that's my CD somewhere up there. I can't see it. But anyway, write the books, do the teachings, be authentic, help the world wake up, then feel like trapped in this little bubble of safety and not rely on God for everything, right? And when I say God, I do mean beingness, essence, spirituality, universe, all of it. All of it. If you guys got a reading today and you want to share one of my videos, I would highly appreciate it because the people up above me, the archangels, are like, we need to spread more light on the planet this week. I don't know why this week is important, but obviously I haven't done this many lives in, I don't know, years. And now I got my cute little computer glasses to go along with it. Okay, love, thank you. You don't have to share this one if I give you a reading in this one and you're like, I don't want anyone to read and hear my reading. But honestly, you guys, authenticity and vulnerability only makes you more attractive. You know, it doesn't make you less attractive. So you guys have seen me shake my booty and dance around and it doesn't make you not like me any less, right? Beautiful Jen, what's happening? Are you going to go to California? Are you going to come west side on my side of the country? Let me look in my crystal ball. I see you in your head quite a bit. I see you trying to figure things out. And I see you not using your aura enough. I see you not using almost like your DNA, gene keys, human design activation. So what I would recommend is you go to your gene keys, you put your birth date, all of that, and you start to study your gene keys, especially the top one, which is your conscious sun. That's a really clear message coming in, Jen. Okay, you got to start working with your gene keys, your human design, because that, when you start to study the meaning behind your gene keys and you read it, you study it, you journal about it, it actually deconditions all of the family trappings. Now, working with angels, pulling the light into your DNA and your cells will also detox the lies out. Because you guys, a lie, which is like a conditioned belief, like I have to work to make money, is one of the lies, just FYI, okay? It's one of the bigger lies out there. Oh, I have to in order to is a lie. So if you, and you know it's a lie because when you work, you hate it. Evi's like, hearts, thumbs up to that shit. You know you're believing a lie and actually living the blueprint of a lie when it feels like it when you're doing it, right? You change the blueprint, you change your reality. So Jen, if you want to stop working to make money and just manifest money and call in money, we're going to get rid of the blueprint you picked up when you were a kid. And to be honest, your DNA and your cells and all of your beautiful parts inside, they're going to get it because it's the truth. See, your mechanism has been set up to operate out of truth. So your desire to be an artist, your desire, who you're here to be, will be revealed to you when you step into that and you be that. And the how and the what and the when gets revealed to you. She's like, I don't like working. Well, you don't like working because you're not here to be working. You're here to be self-expressed. You're here to be 2.0, not 1.0, Jen. So definitely watch the 2 videos I made this weekend because I talked a lot about that. And then you probably will soon have access to my online course where I go into this because Jen's a client who takes all of my courses. Right, Jen, you're like, you get like lifetime access to all my upgrades. So funny. But you're going to want to do 2.0 because 2.0 you doesn't give a shit about listening to her previous conditioning. Get me? Gene keys, go on the website, get the book, study the gene keys, and just studying them will activate you. And then doing your identity work, I can talk to you about that some more offline. Will also get it to where like, because you guys like, yeah, we think when we finally are more creative and sell our services, like for you, Jen, you want to write the book, do stuff with kids, and you think, once I finally get that done, once I finally get the money, then I will be a different person and then I'll be happy, or then I'll be this entrepreneur. But in fact, it's like, well, what if you're already that person now? You start in the middle with who you are, and then it will activate your brain to show you how you got there. So you convince your mind you're already a full-time manifesting magical fairy, and your brain will then say, like, for example, one question I learned to ask from the guy who started Mind Valley, and he wrote a book called The Buddha and the Badass. And he says to ask your mind, why am I such a successful artist? Or how did I get to be so lucky? Why do I have such a successful course? Like before you do in the physical 3D, right? Why am I making so much money as an artist? And so your mind goes, oh, you're already this person? Well, here's what you did. And it clears everything. And then here's what you did. So the how is revealed. So when you start with who, the how is revealed. And when the how is revealed, and then the what is what you get. So you want to be a published author. You don't become a published author by publishing a book. You become a published author. You convince yourself you already are. You act as if. You start with the identity work. And then the how you got to be there and the fact that you published the book happens. Do you guys get me? So let me give you an example. Before I became a full-time healer, I was just a waitress, and I was just like a babysitter. I was not a healer. Like I had never done any healing work in my entire life. And all I did was, it was my passion. I read all the books, I took all the courses, but I had never actually gotten paid as a healer, right? I had never done it professionally. And next thing I know, I can like see organs and do medical intuitive stuff and read chakras and things that I didn't know I could do. But so what I quickly did, because when you work with angels, you get like pushed and nudged quite quickly, is I did a website overnight. It took me one day. I put my website together and I called myself a healer. I had my certification, sure, but I was a healer. And it was like, it was a done deal. I just knew it. It was my path. And so everyone I met was like, can you please give me a reading? And we had only known each other for 5 minutes. So I was traveling and people randomly asked me to like read their cards, and like anywhere I went, it became who I was. So how clients came to me only came to me because I was a healer already. So the who, the nut, like the core was I am a healer. And so the people came because I was a healer, and me getting paid as a healer was the end result of my identity shift. Do you get me, Jen? So I'm a writer, I'm a full-time writer, or you have to kind of do the visualization work or claim it. You just fucking claim it. You don't wait for permission. You claim it. Got it? All right. So like when the goddesses of the light came to me in 2012 and they were like, you're going to teach a goddess retreat in Hawaii. And I was still breastfeeding my baby, right? So I'm like, no, I'm not. You guys are crazy. I'm not going to be going to Hawaii to do that. I don't have time. Who's going to take care of my child who was, I think, 9 months old or something? I breastfed him for 2 years. And they're like, don't worry, we got it. And that night, a friend called me from New Caledonia, which is this French territory. And she's like, I want to come stay with you in the States and I'll help you with your baby. So the same day the goddesses said, you're going to do a goddess retreat. They told me this, right? And then when I accepted it and decided, okay, I'm doing it, I put $4,000 down on a house overlooking the ocean in Hawaii, right? And I had no one signed up yet, nobody, but I had decided I was doing this. So I did the thing. The how people found me is crazy, right? The people just found me on Google. Like, how did they find me? I don't know. I decided I'm doing the goddess retreat. 12 women comes, or 11 women had to come to make it financially like not a loss, right? We found this gorgeous house where all of them could sleep in. It was such a party. I wrote all 4 ebooks for the retreat in 1 month. I'm doing it. The how is revealed to me because I decided I'm doing it. And the what is I did it, right? And then I'm still selling the ebooks. I'm still teaching based on all the things I channeled for the retreat. All of it happened because I decided, and it was 2012, building a bridge of light from Hawaii back to the States here in Vegas. So coming back to what I read for Jen and coming back to what I read for Sharon, we can't wait for the world to give us permission to be who we came here to be, because if we had permission to be who we were here to be, we wouldn't need to be here. If the world had given you permission to be who you're here to be, we wouldn't have a need. The world wouldn't need us. Like, you guys get me? So who you're here to be probably feels crazy and too big for who you are right now. But that's also because of those 2 parts. This is why you're going to want to watch this weekend's, what I did on Saturday and Sunday, because the part of you is the daughter of your mother. Like, I am my sister's little sister, and me as a little sister, I would have never become Danielle Dove or Alix Kathleen Tracy, right? Because I'm just a little sister who has to stay below her older sister. That's just like the order of the family, right? Anybody here is the youngest, and younger siblings have it way harder because we don't think we're here to be leaders. We don't feel like we should succeed. We're not allowed to because that's already taken up, right? So anyway, but that's just an identity. So you have your little sister, you have your daughter, like you're the daughter of your mother, you're the daughter of your father. And that role and that identity is always going to be there. You don't have to change that. You can't change that. It's like wired, but you can start to be this other 2.0. And from that 2.0 energy, from the you who's embraced her new identity, her purpose, her earth angel wings, then you get to do whatever the heck you want. You know what I mean? When I come home to my sister, she still gives me all these clothes. She still pays for everything. She still treats me like I'm her little sister. And I adore it. And then when I'm not with her, I get to just be me, which is not a little sister. You guys get me? So it doesn't have to be either or, but sometimes at the beginning, it's good to cut off when you need to grow stronger roots in who you're here to become. Now, I know it can feel scary. This is why my mantra is God is behind every door. Like, you can't leap and take a risk and not have God on the other side. It's completely impossible. It's like there's more risk not leaping than leaping. Who's with me on that? Like, us playing safe in order not to feel hurt is way more harmful than to leap and letting spirit catch you. All right, I got to go check on my son because he walked in and kind of like was like, "What's up, Mom? Are we going to hang out?" So I'm going to go hang out with Hayden. And then again, if you just joined us, there's lots of videos to rewatch from this weekend. Leave some comments. Tell me you watched the replays, and then maybe later on this week I'll read for you guys. Again, you can share the videos, any of them that's on my page, and spread the light. Usually every reading starts with some kind of energy healing. So do those and have fun, and I'll see you guys. Love you lots. Let me know if this was helpful if you're watching the replay, and I will see you all very soon. Mwah!